All right, we're gonna skip 61. That's it. That's all you got. Only 61. All right. Wait, did I actually watch this one? I feel like we watched this one before. Because I think this is when they had the downtown like tower, the building, and he gets on in here and he goes through like the whole thing.
Building full of guppies.
But he has like a ton of stuff set up. Like he's got his mouse and his keyboard set up here, like his controller, so you can see all his camera stuff and everything else too. I'm pretty sure I watched this one though. I will watch it again, but he's got good team comms. Splitgate ad needs to get out of my face. I should really just download the gameplay instead of watching it on YouTube, because like halfway through this, it's gonna give me another ad.
Yeah.
But wait, he's running a shotgun? Oh, no, he's got ground loot. He doesn't have a loadout yet. I was so confused. I was like, why is he running this? Like that hasn't been a meta for a while. It still works though. Anything point blank off spawn, like a shotgun that's semi-auto, is surprisingly really good. It doesn't take much to get kills. But he's also running, this is an old update. He's running like a PPSH, it looks like almost, is what this is. The ground loot's changed since then. I mean, I feel like this was when the new tower came out. Like, I think this was like when it was brand new. Look at all these people. Oh my god. Yeah, 2 knocks. They don't even, they're just not even paying attention. They're trying to get in the room where all the money is. This was actually really cool. You could grab like specialist bonus. You could grab all sorts of money. He just killed 4 players. He's got 12 kills already. This is actually nuts. He's running specialist, so he has high alert, which is really helpful. You can still find specialists now in the new update. It's just random. You either find it on a body from a player that already has it when you kill him, or you find it from another player who, well, not from another player. You find it from like a crate. I think it's like a gray chest. Like, I don't know if you can find them in the gold ones. Normally, I just find them like I open up a random one, like the one to his right, and I just grab whatever I need. He's running a bullfrog, and he's running a, what's the other gun he's got? I think he's running the AMAX still. This is back when the AMAX was like king, and I remember using the AMAX like for, I want to say like 6 months. I was running the AMAX for a long time. Everyone's like, "Oh no, you got to use the kilo," and I'm like, "No, it's the AMAX." And everyone's like, "Oh, I got to use the kilo, I got to use it." And it's like, no, it's the AMAX, trust me. And then shortly after, that car's gonna blow up if he's not careful. Ooh, nice. And then once I swapped over to the AMAX, you know, I started running that, and everyone kept trying to get me to use the kilo again. I'm like, no, kilo sucks. AMAX is where it's at. And you can just see how much damage it does. This is back like probably before, like maybe before the first patch. I want to say they patched it like they patched it probably about like 6 times. I think it was more like 3 times. The first time they patched it, it really didn't hurt it. Second time, it took some distance away from it, a little bit of recoil, but the third time pretty much kind of killed it. So everyone kind of stopped using it. He's got 21 kills with 90 remaining.
What the fuck was his game plan?
That is a lot of players up right now. Yeah, quite a bit. Hey, look, we're getting a Facebook ad. That's really funny. Why we're streaming on Facebook? High alert means that if somebody's aiming at you and they don't have cold-blooded on, I think it's cold-blooded, it'll show you the direction that they're aiming from, roughly. So if somebody's standing behind you and they scope in, they have to scope in. That's the important part. If they just look at you, but they're not aiming down their sight, it won't show up. But if a player is looking at you from the back, it'll have that lower edge. The bottom of your screen will glow orange. If they're on the right side, same thing. It'll glow on the right. And then, you know, ahead of you, in front of you, the front part of your screen, so on and so on. But it really does help in some gameplay settings.
Bro, this lobby is not real.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I was about to say, like, what are these guys doing? And then he makes a comment on it. That guy looked like he was lost. He's outside looking like, oh, I dropped my pocket. I don't know where it is.
I had to back out before you got arrested.
This is kind of crazy, though. I'm still wondering, though. Oh, my God. How? What is this lobby?
They're not real. What is he doing? Wait, I gotta show my geo before I fucking get caught.
He's got to show his geolocation to make sure that he's not VPNing, dude. So Mutex is probably one of the better players in the world, and he already knows that he's going to get accused of VPNing. People are like, you got a Cronus. He did get caught having a Cronus, but he didn't hide it. And the reason he gave was somewhat valid. if you guys are familiar with competitive Call of Duty, when they go to LANs or events, sometimes the events will allow you to connect to Cronus. And the reason for that is you don't run any of the scripts with the Cronus. But what the Cronus can do is it reduces the millisecond response time. So if you're using your controller and you look right, sometimes there's a delay between when you push right and when you look right. So what the Cronus will do is it'll basically make that 0. So it's very, very quick and very fast. It reduces that latency. Now that's to make sure that everyone is on the same page. Everyone uses the same thing. They check it beforehand. They make sure that you're not running like recoil scripts or anything else. It's not allowed. But when he first mentioned that, I was like, that just doesn't sound right. But the more people I talk to, like pro player wise, they're like, no, it's fine. And it's really odd. Now, a Cronus is technically a cheating device, but the way that they're using it in that sense made sense. It's just to reduce the latency between, looking left and right on your controller. So if you're playing against keyboard and mouse players, you're not behind. You still have the same reactiveness, but you're not using any anti-recoil cheats or mods, so it's not really that bad. But when he first said that, I was like, yeah, that's kind of sus, but he goes out of his way to prove that he's not doing anything too crazy. I mean, he films his monitor, he films his controller, he shows his PC all the time, he shows his files. Even in this game, he pulled up his geolocation. When you're on Call of Duty, people think that you run like a VPN, so you get like an easy lobby. Obviously, he's running through these players like nothing. He just maybe has a good game. He found an actual bot lobby, the infamous bot lobby. But when you show your geolocation, it just shows, hey, this is where you live, this is your IP, yada yada. You're in your home state. You're not, connecting to Egypt to get an easier lobby. So it doesn't look weird. It doesn't look bad. He's got 35 kills with 44 left, which is pretty good. I really do miss the AMAX though. That's all I'm getting from this gameplay. So he's gonna jump cut here. He went from he's got 43 left. He didn't really move that far. He just moved over to the next set of buildings. But there's a lot of complaints about pro players saying that they use cheats, they use hacks, they use wall hacks, they're whitelisted. They're all sorts of, random excuses that people make for them, to try to say that, putting players down. The reality of it is really simple, and I've said this before. Most professional players are levels above you that don't make any sense. The skill gap that they have is just absolutely ridiculous.
Wait, are you a gamer like
Hey, I'm gonna get ads during this. The skill level that a normal pro player has above like the average player is 10 times better. So when you see that, it's not so much that they have an easy lobby. It's just that they're better than the majority of all the other players by far. By 5 or 10 times better. So when you have a player like Mutex, whose KD is somewhere around like a 6.0, obviously his KD is massive compared to the average guy. So he's going to be miles above them. And that's the entire lobby when you think about it. Way higher skill level than the entire lobby. The average person in Call of Duty barely has above a 1. I want to say it's like 0.95 is like the average KD. So you have a player that's 6.5, like 6.0, has over 150,000 plus kills. That's a lot of kills. And it's not so much that you're fighting bots. You're just outscoring and outplaying the majority of these players. He's actually going to end up dying here, I think. That thermite. Oh, yeah, here he goes. He's going to get killed, but he still has a revive. He's got his gulag. Okay. He's got 44 kills, goes to the gulag with 25 remaining. That's actually insane. This is the old gulag, too. Kind of nuts. Actually go back and see that one. Ooh, he almost lost that. Holy shit, he had 1 HP. Specialist bonus. That was the guy who killed him earlier. So he came back and he's going to grab his specialist here. I think he left it on the ground, though. I'm assuming he heard somebody below him. Now, keep in mind, he's playing quads. He's playing 1v4. He's not playing, 1v2, 1v3. He's fighting teams. They picked up specialists, and the bullfrog just hits really hard. Another self-revive here. There should be one more. Unless he self-resed. I think that was the last one. 24 out of 49. Man, he's got a lot left. I mean, he obviously is going to break 60. We already know what the outcome of this game is, but I think he's trying to let this guy self-revive or get revived by his teammate. He's going to down one. Unless, did it cut it? Did he knock that guy first? Oh, the guy came up. Okay, he's alive. He wants to get as many kills as possible, so he probably didn't want to kill him. He wanted to let him get revived first before he killed the other one. There you go. Now he gets all 3 kills. That's a smart play. He gets an extra kill there. Most players would see that guy on the ground and just execute him. But if you're going for a world record here, it's like you need to let them revive. 4 players out in the open. AMAX is going to make quick work of that. I'm always shocked at like looking at controller accuracy. You can tell like there's recoil and kick. But like when the crosshair gets above him, it kind of bounces a bit and it looks like it's going to miss, but it still connects and it still hits. He's got 3 guys knocked. There should be 1 guy out there unless they have self-res. I think they just all died to gas. 55 kills, 10 remaining, 9 remaining. So he's going to get 5 more kills out of this 9. Radar, he's got a UAV as well. Pretty good push. Like, he's just running this whole lobby. Like, just I'm more surprised at how confident he is in moving around. He's definitely going to take a building for a second. He's trying to figure out where the others are. And then, yeah, there they come. I'm running down the hill. Oh, got sniped. No recoil on the controller. There's definitely recoil, but you need to understand, again, you're watching a pro player. Like, the whole idea that just because pro players don't have recoil means they're cheating is not sus at all. It's a professional player. They play the game 10 hours a day. Do you think that they're not going to have good recoil control? Like, people need to listen to what they say. This guy who plays this game and jerks off to this game for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, is somehow magically really good at it. Man, suspicious. And not, like, Call of Duty doesn't have recoil. I think most people who claim that Call of Duty has a lot of recoil are really bad players to begin with. Oh, wow, he's just going to literally run between them. There's a guy to his right, and he doesn't even care. Kills that guy. Wow. I don't know how he just ran in between the 2. Guy hiding in a corner. That's a little bit of aim assist right there on the guy in the room. You notice when he scoped in, it like kind of grabbed his head. Aim assist can help you in close range gunfights. That's why I've always said like controller's better for that reason. And on PC, unless you aimed at that guy, you wouldn't have hit him. And close range is where it really comes in. He's got 4 left. 59 total. I think he's actually going to get like a 2nd place here. I don't think he wins, but I think he still breaks his record. Downs 1. Guy behind him to the right. Oh, no. He's going to get knocked.
No,
Oh, wait a minute. If you look up here in the top right, see how it says 2 out of 3? The other guy died. So the other guy died. The other dude didn't get revived, so the last guy on the other team actually won that one. 61 kills is insane. 21,000 damage. Total score, 58k. Now, this is an old gameplay. This is a solo versus quads. That's insanely impressive. You wonder why people think people cheat. Obviously, when you drop 61 kills, you're like, there's no way. But you watch the gameplay. You can see it from the beginning. Now, the whole argument, like, he even showed his geolocation during this gameplay. Like, I was talking about how bad the lobby was. Like, these guys were just not paying attention. And you can see it here. He flashes through it real quick. So he's talking about, like, these guys can't be real. You know, they're not real. But this is what blew my mind the most out of this gameplay, was this section here. Is, like, when he walks up, he's like, you know what? I'm going to go up the ladder. What could go wrong if I go up the ladder? Like, what really could go wrong? And look at that. He's got both dudes just chilling here, looking at him, crouched. And he just walks past them.
Oh my god, they're not real.
And his reaction is the exact same thing my reaction was. Now, if you watch, he's like, I got to show. No one's going to believe this. So he shows his geolocation. Moderate map type, connected, servers, only functional in game. Packet lost 47. And I think he's going to like IP address hidden, internal, hidden. And then he shows it, and it's Ontario. So we know that he's in Canada. That's where he lives. So he showed his geolocation. So he's not using a VPN. Now, aim assist on a controller, people want to know what aim assist is, because I think a couple of you guys are curious. I did show you, like, there's a spot here where it helped him out. Aim assist does not necessarily aim for you. think of it like a rubber band. Like when you pull a rubber band apart, there's like stress there, and when you let it go, it pulls it in. That's kind of what aim assist does. If you're aiming at a target, it kind of holds you to that target with some resistance, so you can't really just break away from them. But in certain scenarios, it gives you a little bit of a boost when it comes to aiming. And I was going to say, I'll try to show it to you. If you won't probably be able to see it, but controller players experience this at close ranges. I would say anywhere between like 0 to 15 meters or so. That's where it's most notable. You do get it on the AR, but like close range SMGs. So like right here, there's going to be a guy in this room after a minute here. He goes up top, and you'll notice like he shoots at him, and then he like scopes in with the AMAX, and the AMAX is like dead on headshot. But it like holds to the player, so you watch, bang, and then right there, the whole way, he jumps up and it just holds to the player. That's a really good example of aim assist. It's not a cheat. It's nothing weird. It's not bad. It's just the design of the game. I'll slow it down so you guys can see it a little bit better here. He's going to go up top. And this is what aim assist does. This is why controller is sometimes superior than keyboard mouse. So he aims to the left, aims to the right. He's shooting at him, shooting at him, shooting at him, locks on, holds on, and jumps up. And it's all like on the body. Now, if you are a PC mouse keyboard player, when you go into that engagement, you have to go up the stairs, you have to stand up, and you have to aim, and you have to hold where your crosshair is. So you don't get any like stick, you don't get any hold, nothing happens. So a good example is with aim assist. If a player is walking in front of you, it'll pull your crosshair to the left, or it'll pull it to the right. It'll kind of like follow that player a little. It doesn't like hold him, but it like follows left and right. Now on PC, if a player slides in front of you and you're looking forward, he just slides past you. Nothing happens. Your crosshair doesn't move to the left, doesn't go to the right, doesn't go up if a player jumps. Really funny with aim assist, if you have a player run across and you jump up, the aim assist will pull you up. So you'll see the crosshair move up with the player and then back down. And you didn't move your joystick. You didn't do anything. You just kind of looked at him. So sometimes that's like where people say that there's a big advantage for these guys with controller aim assist. It's a big debate at the moment. I don't think it's much of a debate. You know, it does give you like a little bit of a hold. And the question though is it too much of a hold? Does it make the game easier? Does it make it harder? Is there a trade-off between PC versus controller? Keep in mind, we're not talking PC console. We're talking about people who play controller on PC, which is what he's doing. He plugs his controller in, he gets the frame rate, the FOV, all the advantages you get on PC, but then he gets aim assist on a controller. So the question is, does that give you more power than the other way around? But honestly, I would just say in certain ranges, close range only, middle range maybe, long range not so much. Your PC players are going to have a little bit of advantages as well. PC players can turn and react very quickly, and they can lock onto targets, and they have less recoil in a sense because they have more control. It's just, there's a trade-off there. What's the better way to have it? And right now, the dynamics of Warzone are push, 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 break and armor push. Close range fights tend to be kind of like, you know, the way to win games. So if you have aim assist close range, and it helps you hit some of your shots, like your hip fires or your jumps or your slides while you're sliding and moving, the more accurate you are, the faster you're going to be killing. So if it's holding you to a target a little bit more and you're hitting a couple more shots than you normally wouldn't hit, you're possibly going to be winning more engagements, and you're probably going to be winning more fights. But you can't just say, oh, this is all aim assist. You know, Mutex isn't good because he plays on a controller. No. That's not the fact. He's a phenomenal player, probably one of the world's best, and you can't take that away. Like, just because you have aim assist, that's not going to let you win these gunfights. You have to kind of learn how to move, how to maneuver. Like, there's a fight back here, and he comes running out the window here. So he has a guy to the right, and he has a guy to the left, dodges the grenade, and he's like, you know what? I'm going to challenge this dude. And he comes sliding out the room here. So he sprays this guy down, and then he's like, all right, cool, we killed him. I'm going to plate up real quick. And I want to say he moves out to the right, unless I skipped over it. He's getting RPG'd, keeping calm, not too worried, gets hit again, only has 2 plates, gets shot, gets broken, rockets, thermites. He's talking about how he's probably screwed here. Now watch this play. I think he goes out the window. He's getting lit up from multiple angles. Hip fires this guy, runs, slides backwards, dodges that player, goes into here, gets cover, and he decides to plate up again. So it's like, he knows how to play. He knows how to move. He knows how to maneuver. It's not just aim assist at all. And I think that's the problem. When people look at it, they're like, oh, you got aim assist. That's all. That's what makes you good. It's like, no. There's more to it than that. But I'm pretty sure he watched this, and this is absolutely insane. He's really good at it. He knows what he's doing. Probably one of the best players in Warzone currently. And definitely sets a lot of world records.